This is Harley. He's an incredible dog that is way more than the eye can see. No pun intended. Why does Harley have one eye? I'm glad you asked. Harley came from a puppy mill. He lived in a mill for 10 years, undergoing years of neglect and abuse. During that time, a worker power washed his cage with him still inside. The pressure from the water caused him to lose his eye. He sustained many other injuries and health issues over the years until he was finally rescued. After being freed, Harley became the face of Harley's Dream, an organization that works tirelessly to end the horrors of puppy mills. Harley's story is just one of millions. Harley managed to escape a sure death and years of torture, unlike many puppy mill dogs. Dog breeding is a complex world, but there's a very dark side to it that will have you asking, where did my dog come from? Puppy mills are commercial dog breeding facilities that mass produce dogs, focusing on profit and disregarding the animal's health and welfare. Many of the puppies produced from puppy mills are sold in pet stores, online, or in public at markets or from private ads. The horrors of puppy mills will leave you speechless. Female dogs are overbred, with little recovery between litters. Each breeding female has an average of 9.4 puppies a year, according to the Humane Society. If a dog breeds until she is 6 years old, she will have produced about 56.4 offspring. After many years of tirelessly birthing puppies, many mother dogs are simply killed or left to die all alone. There have been some extreme cases where the mothers were so hungry and malnourished that they ate their own babies to survive. The dogs that live in puppy mills live in less than optimal situations. There are minimal regulations for the conditions that they live in. Many have no access to clean water. In fact, in some cases, bugs and dead rodents were found floating in the water at puppy mills, which breeds disease and other health hazards. Many dogs are also left malnourished, a large percentage dying from improper care. Some dogs simply die from exposure or lack of proper vet care. Because there are few laws and regulations around puppy mills, there are thousands of cases of animal abuse in the facilities. Many dogs are kept in cages that are only long enough to go from the tip of their nose to the end of their tails, and they never leave their cages. Many cages are made completely of wire, which hurts their paws and allows them to defecate onto one another, another hotbed for disease. In many puppy mills, there are rows and rows of dog cages stacked on top of one another. Many puppy mill puppies have paw, leg, and muscle deformities from the lack of a good base on their crates. They are never allowed out. Some puppy mill dogs who are lucky enough to be rescued have never even seen grass and are afraid of their own shadows because they've left the confinement of their crate. Puppies should stay with their mothers for up to 8 weeks, but many are ripped away much earlier. They can be shipped hundreds of miles and aren't transported properly, resulting in injury and death. The puppies that do survive and make it to pet stores don't have much freedom there either. They lack the room, attention, and love that they need to be suitable companions. This leads to many undesirable qualities, like barking and aggressive or destructive behaviors. This causes a ripple effect of issues and adds to the problem of the overwhelming amount of animals in shelters. Around 3 million cats and dogs are killed in shelters every year because of overcrowding and not enough homes. Breeders sell the puppies for large sums of cash, but do not spend the money on supplies, food, or health care for their animals. Although the puppies in pet stores may appear healthy and beautiful, their parents are often left for dead at the facility that they came from. The puppies are also often hiding illness, which pet store employees refuse to acknowledge. This can lead to infecting other dogs or even people when their new owners take them home unknowingly. Puppy mills are more prevalent than you may think. It's believed that there are more than 10,000 mills in America, the majority of them in the Midwest. Less than 3,000 of those mills are regulated by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, according to DoSomething.org. It's predicted that their mills produce over 2 million puppies a year. Think about that. 2 million dogs who have suffered, and their parents who are still suffering, alone, scared, and tired. The state of California was one of the first states to ban retail pet sales. Puppy mills are still legal and loosely regulated in the state of Colorado. In early 2020, a bill called the Humane Pet Act, which aimed to better the lives of mill animals and eventually end mills altogether, started circulating in the government. Sadly, the bill failed, meaning breeders and puppy mill owners still have a minimal amount of rules to abide by. The bill wasn't passed on the grounds that it would hurt small businesses that fund puppy mills, to continue to abuse and overbreed millions of animals. Luckily, the world is changing. Albeit slowly, progress has been made to end puppy mills. Thousands of organizations and activists have been standing up and making their voices heard. Over the past few decades, More and more puppy mill rescues have popped up, rescuing and rehoming thousands of dogs who deserve a chance to be loved and cared for. That's what we all want, right? A chance to be loved and cared for? Change starts with you. You can help by reporting any knowledge you have of existing puppy mills to the police. Dogs don't have a voice, so we have to speak up for them. Speak up and tell our government that you do not approve of the inhumane practices done by puppy mills. Do your research when purchasing your own dog. Better yet, adopt and a rescue animal and help the problem. And remember to never spend your money at a business that supports puppy mills. Thank you.